Have you heard the story? Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, was once cut from his high school team. It's one of the most repeated motivational tales in sports. The underdog got rejected, worked harder, and became a legend. But what if I told you that's not exactly what happened? This is the real story behind Michael Jordan getting cut, and why the truth is just as powerful. It all starts back in 1978 at Laney High School in Wilmington, North Carolina. Jordan was a sophomore trying out for the varsity basketball team. He was talented, ambitious, competitive. But, and here's the twist, he didn't make the varsity roster. Instead, he was placed on the junior varsity, JV team. Now, over the years, that simple fact turned into this dramatic headline. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Sounds devastating, right? Like he wasn't good enough. But hold on, let's break this down. Here's the real deal. Jordan wasn't cut in the traditional sense. He didn't show up, get laughed off the court, and sent home. Laney High only had 15 spots on the varsity squad. Most were reserved for upperclassmen, juniors and seniors. Jordan was just 5'10" at the time. He was athletic, sure, but still developing. His best friend, Leroy Smith, who was taller, got the last varsity spot to add size to the team. Jordan was placed on JV, where he dominated. He averaged over 25 points per game and showed signs of the star he'd become. In other words, it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. The coaches saw his potential, they just knew he wasn't ready yet. So why does this myth stick? Because it feels good. We love stories of failure turned into greatness. It tells us even the best were once told they weren't good enough. But what's even more inspiring is how Jordan responded. He didn't sulk, he didn't quit, he trained harder. He woke up at 5 a.m. to shoot hoops before school. He earned his varsity spot the next year and never looked back. So yes, Jordan was disappointed. He used that disappointment as fuel. That's the part of the story that is true, and it's way more powerful than the myth. At his Hall of Fame induction speech in 2009, Jordan actually brought up that moment. He invited Leroy Smith, the guy who made varsity over him, as a guest. Not out of spite, but as a reminder of how far he'd come. Jordan said, "It was a trying time for me. I wanted to make that team so bad, and when I didn't, I went home and cried." But what he did next is what made him Michael Jordan. He didn't let that moment define him, he let it drive him. So was Michael Jordan really cut from his high school team? Not exactly. He just wasn't picked yet, and that almost became his launch pad. It's a reminder that setbacks aren't the end. They're often just the starting line. If Michael Jordan had made varsity as a sophomore, maybe he'd have stayed comfortable. Instead, he got hungry, focused, unstoppable. So the next time life gives you a not yet, remember, legends are built in the quiet grind, not just the spotlight. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that go beyond the myth. This is The Inner Game, where we dive deep into what really shapes greatness.
Thanks for spending some time here at The Inner Game. If this resonated with you, give it a like, and subscribe for more honest, psychology-driven content to help you understand yourself a little better, one insight at a time.